Okay, time to be back again with the final part of the Cape Cora video. As you can see, they've been remounted in the correct way. An error by me when I first got them, wanting to get the video out quickly. So that's how they should be mounted, vertically, so that all the water can pass through, and it also does help a bit with the heat dissipation. What I'm going to do now is stop the camera, turn this around, we'll have a look at what we're going to be cooling, and I'll talk about the actual Coras, and then we'll see what sort of results we can get from them. So back in a sec. Okay, so inside the rig we've got two GTX 260s, and we're also water cooling the i7-940. Now this is all in the same loop, using a single pump, which is an XPS something or other pump. It's not the greatest pump in the world, but it's just what I had at the time. I mean, this sort of setup could probably do with a more powerful pump, but this is what we're going to use for the test, because that's all I've got at the moment. Also there's a reservoir in there as well, so it's quite a big system to water cool for these. So we'll get this all turned on and we'll talk a bit more. Okay, so system's running now. As you can see, the heat wave is still here. We're at 40 degrees, 40.5 degrees inside my house at the moment. So ambient temperatures are against us. But nonetheless, we're going to get this video done. So we're going to have a look at what sort of temperature we're getting with everything at stock and just sitting at idle at the minute. Just spin you around here. So the two GTX 260s, just get some focus on there. 43 and 40, and the processor, the i7-940, 41, 42, 44 and 42. What we'll do now is I'll run some games for about half an hour or so, and we'll come back and have a look at the temperatures afterwards. So back in a sec. Okay, so I had a decent game session, about half an hour, 45 minutes, bearing in mind the temperatures in the room. I think that's adequate for the test. Played Need for Speed Shift and a bit of Crisis. As you can see, highest temperature there, if you just look around, is about 61 on the graphics cards, and the load on these was pretty high. There's 93-91% load on the graphics cards, so they've been using them to the full ability, so I don't think that's too bad really. 61, that's the highest. 63 is the highest. Bearing in mind there is no air cooling on this water cooling system, no fans being used on it at all. And as for the CPU, just get that there, highest temperature seen was 67 degrees. Again, bearing in mind they're all in the same loop, without any air cooling on it, I think that's pretty good. What do you guys think? For having a silent PC, slightly higher temperatures, I think that's a bit of a thing that can be acceptable. Personally, I think that's well within limits. There's no need for scaring that at all, and I'd be quite happy to play with those temperatures all day long. So, the Cape Coras, the HF442 and 642, been used in that system. They say on their website, and I'm quoting from this: the main goal and motivation and development of the Cape Cora radiators, the basic principle design has proven itself in many systems over the past years. With an optimal arranged system, it's often even possible to use no cooling fans on the radiator at all. And that's what I've done there. They do state you can get much better temperatures attaching fans and whatnot, but I've used these for what they're designed for, and that's a silent PC, and that's what I've got. The only case fan that's on in the case at the moment is the top fan, because there's nowhere to switch it off without disconnecting it, and I didn't get around to doing that. But that has no effect really on the temperature of the water for the system. Ambient temperatures here at the moment are insane. Most people will be a lot lower below that, so they'll get much better results for them. But for the system and the money and what you get at the end of it, being a silent PC, I think these are a great idea actually. Whether I'll keep them on my system or not, I don't think I probably could out here, just for the temperatures of everyday usage. And I do a lot of cinema 4D work at the moment, and that's really processor intensive, and I need as fast a processor as I can get, so I have to bump the volts right up. But in the winter, when it's cooler, certainly I should use them. Nice and quiet, they do give great cooling. So to sum up, the Cape Coras, for me, they're pretty good, yeah. Very good quality to build, they're so easy to put in. I mean, you just plug the things in the top like I showed you in the other video, bolt it on the side of your case, fill your system up, and that's it, you're done. If you wanted to mount more fans on them, obviously you'd have to find a way of doing that. They don't actually come with any sort of bracket to mount a fan on. There are holes in them, so I'm sure you could get that lined up and fit some fans on there. and you'd be good to go. So I'd like to say thanks to Alphacool for sending me out these Cape Coras for review, and I'll give them a thumbs up. They're pretty good, man. I hope you enjoy the videos. Lots more to come. Cheers.